Well, thanks for clicking on the channel. I know a lot of you followed the videos that I've posted so far, and they're pretty much all car videos, and yes, most of them are cars that I've built. So I have told a few people when they've commented on the yellow Camaro that I had something just as nice coming along. So what I'm going to show you today is the 69 Corvette Pro Touring car that I just finished. So this car just went and had its first showing this last weekend. While it didn't win any awards, which I really didn't expect it to, it definitely gathered a lot of crowds and showed really well. So it's in the trailer, and we'll pull it out here and let you see what it looks like. So it is a full 69 Pro Touring build with an LS3 and a 4L75 trans. So let's get to it and we'll show you what it looks like. So, as you can see, it turned out pretty nice. I bought this car as a bare frame and a bird cage, and that was it. So everything on it has been redone. I mean, all the bodywork, all the suspension, all the frame. Has a crate motor in it. It's just absolutely every single nut and bolt on it has been redone. So, and if you can believe it, the owner is the same individual who has the big block yellow 69 RSSS that I built a few years back. So that one was called Never Lose, and this one's name is Wicked Fun. So, I mean, I guess we can just do a real quick overview from the outside and then kind of run through it. So the body, like I said, is pretty much all aftermarket pieces. The fender flares come from a company called CIC Corvettes, Custom Image, and Josh was instrumental in getting this car built. He has a lot of knowledge on all the pieces and parts that go into making a Pro Touring car, and in fact a vast majority of the components on this car came from his shop. So you can see the 2-inch flares in the front, and then we went to 4-inch flares in the back, and then we also filled the Astro vents on the back of the car and kind of relayed the spoiler in the back. Did a few mods on the turn signals and marker lights. Has later model marker lights because I really didn't like the 69 lights, which are smaller and indented. And then we also wound up doing the later model Corvette tips on the back for the exhaust. The owner really liked the rectangular exhaust tips because they didn't want to have side pipes to burn their legs on when they take the car for little road trips. So she turned out really nice. The color is PPG Torch Red, and just a stock Corvette color. And you can see just in general a really nice bodywork cut and buff, and the car turned out really well. So I was quite pleased with it. We did the LT1 hood just for a little bit of style rather than the flat hood, and then went with all the stock looking chrome trim. So the car has a full ride tech suspension, coilovers front and rear, full exhaust, 2.5 inch. Everything on the car has been powder coated or painted, Flowmaster mufflers, and she's ready to run. So coilovers, Wilwood 6-piston brakes all the way around. So they pretty substantial. The car has a lot of bite. Actually, when you're braking on this car, if you brake hard, you can actually feel the rear end of the car come up off the ground sometimes if you're braking at speed. These are Boyd Coddington wheels, actually HRBBs. I got in touch with Chris Coddington personally, and he wound up cutting those for us. We have 335s in the back and 295s in the front, BFG rivals. Super sticky tires, and the car really feels like just a go-kart on steroids. Interior of the car, it's all new. It basically had no interior when we got it. One of the things we did do was put the door poppers on it. The owner wanted to be able to get in without breaking a fingernail. If she pushing down on those 69 door handles can be tough sometimes. So it is an all brand new interior, and we wound up doing power seats out of a C5 Corvette, which turned out really nice. These are all custom upholstered in Napa leather, red diamond stitching and the Corvette logos in the headrests. And they're 6-way power with power lumbars. Did tilt wheel, telescopic steering, Dakota digital gauges, vintage air, power windows, power door locks. So one of the nice features about the interior of this car was the owner's actually kind of short, so we do have some pedal adapters so she'll be able to reach the pedals. But one of the things was being able to give her some decent visibility. So if you'll notice, we did a 7-inch LCD monitor in the mirror. So when the car is placed in reverse, automatically brings up a rear view camera, and when she's driving and she wants to see where she's going, she can push the button and it brings up dual cameras in the front that will actually show the view 180 degrees in front of the car. So very nice feature for somebody who might have some difficulty looking over the hood. But the interior is all new. Vintage air, like I said, Dakota digital gauges. It does have Detroit Speed electric wiper system, Detroit Speed electric headlights, which really make it nice. And other than that, all the trim in the car and everything on it, all the upholstery, is all brand new. So under the hood is a 520 horse LS3. Got some hooker headers on it. We went with a Billet Specialties front drive, dual fans and aluminum radiator. You can see we tried to dress it up and just go with a black and carbon theme to keep the car red and black. Got the Hydro Boost brakes, which I'm really fond of. They're super easy to install and they really work well on cars with a lot of horsepower and low vacuum. Also did a 605 power steering box conversion on this car from Borgeson, which allows it to get rid of the steering ram underneath, so it really cleans up the bottom of the car. Like I said, the Billet Specialties True Track system. So we have the air conditioning compressor there, fuel lines, fuel filter, and the hooker headers. All in all, turned out really clean. The car was not meant to be a show car. It was actually meant to be a driver, so hopefully they'll get quite a bit of use out of it. You can see we wound up doing a little bit of fabrication to be able to install that PSC reservoir there, which is awfully big to be able to feed the brakes and the power steering Mounted all the computers up under the fender well. All the wiring was done by a gentleman by the name of Johnny Monza, who owns a company called Monza Engineering. We went through, cleaned everything up. It's all nyla braided, cleans it up really well, makes the car show nice. And once again, in the front of the car, you can see the Detroit Speed products. We have the electric headlights, which are great. And if you come down and look at the front of the car, you can see all the new trim and chrome, and the cameras that actually look out on the front end of the car. We did not complete the hard top for it, but we did build the soft top out, and that was actually restored by a company called Custom Corvettes, which I highly recommend. The finished product was absolutely stunning. We wound up doing it in a black Mercedes-Benz cloth, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. Tell you, the nicest thing about doing a car with an LS motor is just the ability to be able to drive it whenever you want and just turn the key. So I know the videos that I shoot aren't super high quality, and I don't do a lot of editing, but I mean, I build the cars because I love to build them, and I know a lot of people like to see them, so that's one of the reasons why I shoot what little bit of video that I do. I actually did two cars that unfortunately I didn't shoot videos of. One was a '66 Corvette that was a full-blown restoration of a race car, and the other one was a Superformance Cobra that wound up being a race car as well, with a big wing on the back and everything. Beautiful car, but I failed to get video of both those cars before they actually left, so unfortunately I can probably just post some photos someday. But as you can see, all in all, it turned out really nice. It's something that I'm really proud of. It took a little over 2 years to build it, and if you have any questions about it, or you want to know how we did something, feel free to give me a call, and I'm more than happy to talk about it. So like I said, I do it for the love of the car, and it's just a heck of a lot of fun to build things that people really appreciate. So thanks again.